I'm here to help you, not do it for you. This happened about 1.5 years ago. I was the opening supervisor in a grocery store with only one cashier until about 45 minutes after opening. To preface, I am not a morning person and am usually grumpy AF in the mornings, but I can fake it real good when I need to. That being said, I was working the self-checkout until the scheduled attendant was supposed to start. It's a slow and peaceful start to the day until this lady comes to start cashing her stuff out. Keep in mind, this entire time, she's still yapping away on the phone, barely listening to a thing I'm saying. She goes to try it herself and forgets which button to press to find the code. So I tell her again which button to press, but I'm making sure she's the one doing it this time. After about a minute of this, she gets fed up and says something along the lines of, "Ugh, can you just do it for me? This is so much work." To which I politely respond with, "Well, it is called SELF checkout, and I'm trying to teach you what to do so you also know for next time. But if you want someone to do it for you, then you can head on over to the cashier right there. She has no customers and would be happy to serve you." As you can imagine, she did not like that answer one bit and she tried arguing with me. This is where I get fed up and straight up tell her that if she wasn't on the phone while I was trying to show her, then she would know what to do and I will not be doing it for her, as that's literally what the cashiers are there for. I then told her that her options are 2. 1. Let me show her again, and she does the rest herself. 2. Go to the cashier. She finally decides to go to the cashier, but not before cussing me out on her way over, to which I just gave her the fakest okay. Have a nice day, which pissed her off even more and left me feeling a mix of annoyance and joy. Lady asks for help on self-checkout but doesn't listen when I show her what to do and demands I do it for her too, which I tell her, no, that's what the cashiers are there for.
You're being extremely vague. I'm a shift supervisor for a retail drugstore chain. It's the morning shift on a slow Sunday morning. Just me and my cashier, Jane. Jane normally works in the beauty department, cosmetics, skincare, hair care, etc. However, for the first few hours on a Sunday, she's the front cashier. I get a call through my earpiece that customer service is needed in the skincare department. I head over and meet Karen. Karen. I need oil. Me. What type of oil? Karen. For your skin. Face. Karen does speak with a thick Asian accent. English does not seem to be her main language. Being the child of Asian immigrants, I seem to understand the accent quite well. Me. There are many types of oil for your skin. There's vitamin E. Coconut. Jojoba. Karen. Angrily. It was right here, pointing to a specific spot on the shelf, when I bought it from you before. Why isn't that girl coming over here to help me? Looking over, Jane is ringing up a customer with several customers in line. Me. She's the front cashier. She's ringing up customers. Karen pouts. I don't know if Jane had helped Karen in the past. I have a rule with rude customers. You'll still get your good customer service, but you get the bare minimum. Plus, we'll start playing games with you. Karen has now crossed the line. Karen, show me your oils. The one that was right here. Me. Knowing the answer is no with my customer service smile. Do you know the name of brand? Or how the box looked? Do you have the old bottle? I can easily look it up if I have the brand or old bottle. Karen. Just short of a rage. You're useless. Just show me all your face oils. I walk Karen down the aisle, showing her all the vitamin E oils. I take her back to the beginning of the aisle and begin to show her all the coconut oils. Karen. Raging. Just show me the section where all the face oils are. Me. Ma'am. The skincare products are sectioned my brand, not type. Several brands make facial oils. Karen. You're useless. Karen picks up several of the oils I showed her and heads up to the front where Jane rings her up. Jane later asks me what happened. I tell Jane what happened. Jane tells me while she was ringing Karen up. Karen went into a rant that Jane could only partially understand. Something about Jane not helping her to why did we change the shelf spot of the product she likes. Jane and I share a laugh joking that we're not mind readers and get back to work.
No, I was actually going to go home. This story still makes me shake my head. I used to be a cake decorator. I was right in the middle of icing different cakes for my display during the middle of my shift. A woman walks up and asks about my cakes, which one was which, and so on. I direct her to my bunker and she goes to look around and tell her to call me if she needs any help. I continue icing my cakes and then the following conversation started. Woman, standing next to my bunker in the middle of the floor, holding a cake, could you write on this for me? Emmy, turns to look at her, yeah sure thing, looking at her waiting for her to bring the cake to the counter. Woman, ... could you do it now? ... No, I was actually just going to go home and end my shift for the day. It's not an annoying or bad story, but it still makes me question what she thought I was doing there icing cakes for. Did she think I wasn't going to help her? I know I wasn't mean or anything, I was just helping a customer like I always did. I was just confused as hell by that question.
Wedding flowers. In a rich area of town, a bride ordered $3,000 worth of flowers from a grocery chain. I watched the workers work overnight and even call in help from other locations to help get this order done on time. It was a prepaid order and everything looked so beautiful. The team goes and delivers it to her venue. Now mind you, it's a grocery store. The team had to use their personal vehicle. It took many trips. It gets delivered to her venue and the team lead tells the venue it need to be refrigerated. Well, the venue said no because they were setting up for the event now. The wedding was in the morning the next day. We don't know what happened to the flowers after that, but the bride calls in the next day, hysterical, stating we ruined her whole day because the flowers died. Flowers do not die in one day, not even a day overnight. She ended up dragging it out with no photo proof and was refunded the full amount back. We were all shocked. Now several years later, I wonder if that couple is still married or not. Smiley face.
A retail warden. I currently work as a self-checkout cashier in a chain store. One night, I was helping a middle-aged couple when they were having difficulty using the produce menu. Their interactions with me were pleasant, but a remark they made about one of my fellow cashiers, let's call her Shelley, caught me off guard. They said that she was mean, and bizarrely, that she should be working in a prison. Those words, verbatim. Shelley is a relatively new coworker, but in the time I've worked with her, I've known her to be one of the most pleasant and easygoing people in my department. So to say I was flabbergasted to hear that was an understatement. I just gave a non-committal, "Oh, I see," response and finished helping them. After they left, I went and told Shelley what they said about her, and she was just as surprised as I was. She had assisted them in purchasing some cigarettes a few minutes prior to me helping them with the produce menu, and she couldn't figure out what went down in their interactions that would make them say that about her. I was about 2 feet away from them for most of that interaction too, and Shelley was nothing but her usual sweet self. A little later, she and I and another coworker who Shelley told it to came to the conclusion that the customers must have been salty about the fact that they had to get ID'd for the cigarettes. We get a lot of complaints about it, but it's literally store policy, and Shelley was perfectly polite about it. But apparently, to them, upholding a store policy that inconveniences them makes her the store's answer to a warden.
Lady argues with me for not catching thief. For context, I'm a 21 male who works at a gas station that puts pictures of thieves on the door. Basically, our wall of shame to try and deter people from stealing it doesn't work. We currently have a picture of some guy on the door who stole sunglasses a while ago with the caption, "Thief, please help identify," written above his picture. This lady, we'll call her Karen, who's around 40, comes into the store and up to my register with her energy drinks. Karen, so somebody robbed you. Me, not robbed, just stole. Karen, you didn't try to go after him? At this point she's already getting upset at me and I'm just baffled. Me, no. I'm not going to risk my life over sunglasses. Apparently this is not what she wanted to hear cause this set her off. Karen, oh, so you just let people come in here and steal whatever they want and you do nothing about it? What are you gonna do? Put their picture on the door and hope they come back? She also said something about someone being able to come in with a gun and rob me, gunpoint, and how I would just give them the cash without a struggle. Me, no. We file a police report. Regardless, it's not legal for me to. Lady proceeds to cut me off. Karen, I can't believe you just allow people to come into your store and steal whatever they want and you do nothing about it. Keep in mind I'm a college student getting paid $14 an hour and by no means do I own this place. Me, ma'am, I don't own this store, I'm just a cashier. Karen, yes you do. I can't believe you just allow people to do this. At this point, I just want to get this woman's transaction over and have her GTFO. Me, just hit I'm done on the screen. This lady proceeds to not listen to me and press every other button on the keypad but not the giant I'm done button on the screen. Karen, I hit everything and it's not working. Me, yes, because you didn't hit I'm done on the screen. Finally she understood and hit the button. As she's leaving she says, I'm not trying to argue with you, I just think it's F*** D up that you allow people to do that. Then she storms out. My manager came out of the bathroom at the beginning of this and was listening to the whole thing. We both just looked at each other completely baffled by this lady. Morale of the story, every cashier should become Batman and put their lives on the line to stop crime.
I have gazed into the eyes of a customer who brought 46 coupons and survived. I have seen true darkness. It came to my register in the form of a middle-aged customer, clutching a wad of coupons thick enough to alter the Earth's gravitational field. At first I was naive. They unloaded their cart innocently enough while keeping one hand firmly gripped on the stack, a silent promise that the real battle had yet to begin. Then they spoke. I have some coupons. The air shifted. The lights flickered. A distant manager's walkie crackled ominously. I scanned the first one. The system hesitated. It was as if it knew what was coming. The processing slowed. The computer began to sweat. Coupon after coupon. The receipts stretched longer and longer, cascading over the counter like an ancient scroll detailing the fall of civilizations. Customers in line began to mourn their lost time. A child, once full of life, grew old before my very eyes. The register screamed in protest. Exceeds coupon limit. Manager override required. The manager appeared from nowhere. They did not speak. They only nodded. They had been through this before. Minutes turned to hours. Reality blurred. I no longer knew who I was, only that I was scanning, always scanning. And then, at last it was done. The total, 37 cents. The customer smiled. They had won. They always win. As they walked away, receipt trailing behind them like a bridal train, I heard them whisper, "See you next week." I fell to my knees.